Hey you guys, it's me Gemstone from tarotforhealing.com. I hope you guys are doing really well. This is your weekly reading, and basically what I'm going to be doing is I'll do like a general one, and then if I have time I'll probably do a specific the ones for like specific signs and stuff, but I'll have to see. I can't even promise that because like time is of the essence right now, and I've just had a super busy week, and it's Friday, and I'm gonna have a really busy weekend as well. So yeah. So today I'm going to be using the Mystical Goddess Tarot, and the first card I'm going to pull is Nine of Fire, which is integrity. So that's the first one. The second is Wind 3, which is isolation. And the next one is Earth 6, success. Oh my gosh. My days. Do you know, like, I feel like these messages, they apply generally, like it can apply to anyone that's watching, but it's so interesting like looking at these cards because it kind of reminds me of me and my own circumstances as well, so I can relate too. But basically, to me, like this first fire card is kind of saying I'm sort of focused on somebody that is just has an intention, and they're just really focused on their intention, like especially the way, you know, her third eye is like wide open, and like her throat chakra is open, and it's almost like pouring out rays. So it's like, to me, those is this card is connecting to those two chakras, and being that it's a fire element, fire is like the highest element, like it's the element that is like connected to spirit. So to me, it's like this card is saying, for one, it could be saying that you have to be in your integrity, meaning being a person of your word, meaning what you say and saying what you mean. But I also get this in impression of this card of somebody that is basically focused on their intentions and focused on what they're trying to do. I think that this person is I think that a lot of stuff is happening, a lot of things are going on, and because there's so much going on, you are just trying to go with the momentum of things, but it may be meaning that you are being a bit weighed down by things. You do have a lot going on in your life, and a part of you may be really set on the things that you want to gain from all this energy that you're putting in, and that's sort of what you're seeing, that's what you're focused on. To me, this card is also speaking because her eyes are closed. It's almost like you are able to, you know, the things that you want, you can envision them. It's almost like you can see them, taste them, smell them, and because of that, it's like it leads you and keeps you going in the direction you are, just for you to finally see everything come about exactly the way you want them to. So to me, this card is really speaking of a person that is really in their power and in their essence right now, and because of it, I think that a lot of things that you've been hoping for or wanting is actually coming into your life. I think you have really big intentions and goals and aspirations, and with those, with your focus just being so on those things, that it's already happening around you. Like it's like it's happening in a way where you're putting in the effort and the energy, and it's just sort of like you just have to kind of go with the flow of things. um like what I love about this card is that it has so much going on with it, but the person is like, her eyes are closed, like she's oblivious to all of the things that's like kind of going on, all of the stuff that is radiating out of her, that she's creating, that she's forming. And but at the same time, I don't think it's that you don't know. I think you're very aware of what you're trying to form and create, but it's just that it's like maybe so much is just happening and taking place, you know. And that, I think, in all the chaos and all the madness and all the stuff that's going on, it's like you really have to take that time out to kind of just recharge. And so it almost speaks to somebody that hasn't been getting a lot of rest, even that's just been working and working, or just been doing like the most that they can, and just, you just might be feeling like your energy is just being pulled in like all different directions, and it might be just difficult for you to kind of bring that energy back in and to be able to calm down and really be restful at times. So and this is interesting about being restful, because I feel like this card isolation is kind of saying that maybe that's what you want to do. Like maybe you're just finding that there's so many demands being placed on you. Again, your energy has just been going out in so many different directions that you just need time for yourself. You need time to kind of let things lie. And this is looks like a raven. To me, any kind of birds that are black, to me, they always signify like death or endings. Like that's just that's just how I view them. Or this actually, it might be a crow. It looks more like a crow, actually, I believe. But crows to me also signify death as well. But it doesn't mean that obviously somebody's gonna pass away. To me, it's like connecting all the symbolism together. It's kind of saying that you might have to let some things go. If too much stuff is going on in your life, like you can't just be juggling all these balls and expect all of them to stay in the air. Sometimes it doesn't happen. Sometimes one falls because you're just taking on too much and it's just too much for you. And so I kind of think that it's kind of saying that you have to kind of really assess what is important to you right now, what you can keep up with, and don't try to push yourself like too hard, like, because things are happening and I get it, and a lot of things can be created at this time. Like I think loads of stuff can be created for you if you put your energy into it. But then it's kind of saying that don't run yourself ragged to the point that you feel depleted afterwards. And yeah, and also to keep your thoughts very positive and uplifting. Don't let negativity get you down and make you feel like sad about things or somber, because at the end of the day, success is on its way. Like triumph is going to be happening. You're going to see the gain, the material wealth, all that kind of stuff that can help you in and like help you see that okay, things are moving in the right direction. The only thing is that I'm kind of seeing in these cards, which is something that I can very much relate to myself, is that you may just find that you are working like so hard on stuff that you don't even have the time maybe for certain things. But sad enough, maybe even certain people and all that kind of stuff, because you've just been so focused on success and your goals and the things that you're trying to achieve. And sometimes you can just push yourself so hard, and yet you are seeing the gains, but then there's things being lost in the process. So it's kind of like finding that balance and just being able to kind of again prioritize things, and not letting anyone feel like you just don't have time for them, and that kind of thing. So yeah. Oh, I like this one underneath the deck. Underneath the deck is the crone, and it's transmutation. So it's not transformation, it's transmutation. So what this to me is speaking of is when something transforms, it's almost like it goes from one being into another. When it transmutes, it's kind of like it's not that it changes in a sense of changing into something completely different. To me, like my interpretation of transmutation is sort of when it just sort of is the same element, or has the same essence about it, but it just has improved in some kind of way, or it's just adapted to something that's kind of made it, but it's still the same thing. And so I kind of feel like you have something about you where you are just coming into your own, and you're coming into your essence, and you're coming into your power. Like that's kind of what I'm feeling with these cards. Somebody that is like watching this video, it's like you're coming into this essence of yourself, and it's like and that's what you're radiating. So it's almost like, to me, when I look at this card, it is almost like that phoenix, like coming from the ashes. It's like this state, or maybe that's where the raven comes in. The raven could be signifying again like an ending to a scenario or a situation, or something that is just fading away, for you to just really like just soar and just show the world like who you are, what you have to offer, being confident. And a lot of you guys are channeling like a lot of energy, like a lot of energy. So this I really feel like these cards are very busy. So for a lot of you guys, you might find that this week could be a really, really, really busy week for you. The only thing I would say is, do still try to be social and don't try to keep to yourself too much, because I kind of feel like some of you guys, like, your social life could be like dying as a result of like just all this busyness. But I think the reason why that is because you're just on your grind. Basically, you're working hard, you're producing things, you're very creative, you're just in that mode. And because you're going in that direction, it just seems like you don't want to be strayed off into something else that's either going to distract you or going to make you lose focus. So yeah, I think at the same time this could be a week where you could get like a whole load of stuff done. So sorry about that. Peace and many blessings to you. I'll see you. Bye.